How do you test it? You're so cute.
He says make it tragic, but all I see is
Hey friends, what's up? Welcome back. We're here, we're queer, and today we're going to be talking about dating apps. Is that
Because
what
we
you
met on one.
So, if you didn't know, me and Julia met on a dating app. It was Her. I think it's Her, right? That's the name of it now.
Capital H-E-R.
It's Her. Anyway, that's where we met. It's a dating app specifically for lesbians, or women. I guess technically
It's
not
just
lesbians,
women,
but
yeah.
women. So we met there, and what we noticed with the rest of our friends is that nobody really knows how to use dating apps properly. Most of the time they come to us and they're like, "Oh, I can't find anybody. Nobody responds." Like, I click right, swipe, whatever, with people, and like they swipe right too, but like we never follow up. Like, what do I do? And so we're gonna talk about like some of the things that we did to successfully use dating apps. And so I just want to put a disclaimer in. This is specifically from like a lesbian viewpoint because we're both lesbians. We exclusively date females. It might also work for straight people, but
I feel like maybe other apps are more hook-uppy, you know? I feel like there wasn't a lot of hookups happening on on Her.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people were looking for a
Relationship.
relationship, and that's what this video is about. Like, I don't know how to hook up with people. I've never done it. So this video is about using dating app in a way that will
Get you a relationship.
yes.
Get you your girl forever. Okay, so the first thing I want to start with is probably the most obvious and the most basic, but so many people don't do it, and I don't get why you don't. But this is the first step. Talk to people. Okay, so the whole dating app, the whole point of it is to talk to people, right? You see a picture and you're like, oh, she's beautiful. Swipe right. What do you do? You don't swipe right on her.
Swipe right.
You
if
do
like
something.
them. Oh, on Her
You vote, you like it, you subscribe, whatever.
On Her, you like the picture.
Okay.
You give her a heart.
So you guys both like each other. And they even do this thing because they know that it's hard to like break the ice and talk. So they do a thing where they put like, what's your favorite Skittle flavor? And you respond. You don't
They
remember
did?
that? Yeah. So the app will put like a generated message that says something like, where would you rather live, the beach or the forest? And like,
didn't get that.
yeah, and you have to, like, it's supposed to break the ice because you're supposed to answer the question. You're supposed to be like, I totally live at the beach, dude. And the other person's gonna be like, oh my god, that's crazy, me too. We're perfect for each other.
Skip to the marriage.
But here's the thing that I always find is that people don't talk to each other. We had a friend who we were trying to talk to, and she was like, I don't know what's happening. Like, I always do this. It never works out. Like, no one ever talks to each other. And we're like, okay, cool. Do you try to send a message? And they're like, well, no.
I'll
And
wait
we're like,
for people.
I wait for other people to send a message. And I was like, well, what if they're waiting for you to send the message?
Right.
Point of the story is send the damn message.
Put yourself
Send a message.
out.
Like, even if it's, what was the first message you sent to me?
Yo. Maybe at some point in the future we'll do a video where I have our first conversation saved, like screenshots of it, so maybe we can like review that at some point, but for now I'm gonna let it be a mystery. But my first message was yo.
It was yo with a bunch of O's.
Yo.
That was the first message.
And a smiley face.
And it was. And clearly it worked. So all you have to do is send the message. You don't have to worry about sounding like a dork. If they think you're a dork, then you're not meant to be together, and they're not going to respond, and you'll never talk to them again. Game over. Who cares? Like, move on next, right?
Which leads to your second point.
My second point is stop caring, which, you know, stop caring. You have to stop caring what people think of you. At some point, there was a person that I started fucking with just because I felt like it. I knew things weren't going to work out. She was like 18 years old, and I was like 20 something. I was in college. She wasn't. She was like very into like law and stuff. And so like the first thing she was like, well, did you vote for Bernie or Hillary? So I was like, oh no, I totally voted for Trump. And she was like, yeah, okay, lol, yeah, right. Why would you vote for him? You're gay. And I was like, a ton of gay people support Trump. Like, why wouldn't you support Trump? He's gonna make it so that we have money again. So yeah, the whole point was like, I didn't care. At some point I just stopped caring about what people thought. If I sit here and panic the whole time about whether people are gonna be like, oh, she's fucking lame, I'm not gonna send the message. I'm not gonna get anywhere I need to be. I'm not gonna talk to people who could potentially like me. So stop caring what people think. That's a good rule for dating apps and for life.
Especially for dating apps, because like there's 99% you won't ever actually end up with this person, so like why do you care what they think of you? You probably won't ever see them in real life. This is just a conversation, and if it does lead somewhere, I would prefer them to know me than like a fake me that's like putting on something.
Absolutely.
Which
Okay.
also leads into our third point, which is I have always gotten advice to never talk about big topics at the beginning of the relationship / the conversation. My mom always told me to avoid politics or
And religion. Right.
religion, like all of those things that people have really strong disagreements on. And I think that those things are exactly what you should be talking about, because you don't want to end up with a Trump supporter. And I think there isn't a way of doing it. Like, don't come into a conversation saying, are you a Democrat or a Republican? I think you should just lead the conversation in the way, and if it pops up, then don't avoid it.
Okay, so we're gonna backtrack a little bit and talk about when you talk to someone, what you should say. I personally think you should use a pickup line. I personally don't really know anybody else who does this. Cleo had mentioned that she does it. I don't remember what hers was, but I remember being like, oh damn, your pickup line's better than mine. And I'm not saying some cheesy like, damn girl, like,
Did it hurt to fall from heaven?
You got a library card? Because I'd like to check you out.
Right.
You know, like...
Nothing, like, sexual either.
Nothing stupid, but, like, stupid. You know, like,
cheesy.
Stupid. Yeah,
Cute.
so...
Cute. Cute is the key word.
Right, something that can, like, lead to conversation, too, not, like, yes or no. You want to ask open-ended questions. So, mine was, what is your survival plan for a zombie apocalypse?
Right. I forgot that was a pickup line, because it's, like, a pickup question.
Yeah, but, okay... pickup question, maybe that's what we should change it to, but I think, like, honestly, it's super successful. It was super successful.
But this whole relationship started because of my answer, I'm pretty sure. I had a really cool answer.
No, it started because of my question.
No, I mean, like, it led, this question and my answer both led to, like, us being like, we like each other. Yeah. We have the same sense of humor.
And I feel like this also kind of goes back on, like, don't take yourself so seriously, because we were totally fucking around. So, her answer, if you were wondering, was that she...
No. You can't tell the answer. If you want to find out the answer, we're going to make a video.
Leave a comment asking us to talk about how we met or something. Whatever. I think the zombie apocalypse one is good. But you know what? And that's how you can tell, too, is, like, if they don't put the time in to answer your question... Like, if you get the basic-ass bitch who's like, I don't know, I'd probably go to, like, Costco or something. I guess Home Depot, maybe Bass Pro Shop. They have guns. Fucking drop them. They don't care. They don't care about your conversation. They didn't put any effort into that question. It's not a fucking test, okay? Like, I just want you to put some effort into our conversation. Like, show that you care a little bit, right? Are you guys ready for the last point? I don't think you're ready. This one's gonna blow your goddamn mind.
Okay, so I didn't put myself or other people in a box. So, when I was going and liking profiles... I didn't have a person in mind or like a type that I was gonna only like. So like if there was a more masculine looking girl, I would like her. A more feminine one, I would like her. There's like maybe a year apart. If, you know, like the age didn't matter as much as long as it's legal, first of all.
Like hair color. It's like when that friend pulls up and it's like, hey, what's your type? And they pull out a fucking like sketch pad and they're like, oh, I need to show you.
Right, it has to be short hair, it has to be green eyes, she has to be skinny, she has to wear
red
certain
hair,
clothes.
big boobs, great curves, nice ass. You're like, okay.
Right, and it's not even that. Like, it is, like, you could find someone like that, but why would you completely eliminate everyone else who, like, can end up being a great person, a great partner, because everything doesn't come from looks. A lot of things, you will most likely fall in love with person for who they are on the inside, not only for who they are on the outside. I feel like we got really deep, but I'm just saying.
And it's not like some bullshit thing either that we're just saying. Like, it's something that you really have to, like, look into. And also, it worked for us because, like, I
didn't have a person in mind. Like, when I was going on the app, I was just liking people, and that was the thing. The race didn't matter, the height didn't matter, the hair color didn't matter. Like, none of those things mattered. If I could look at someone and be like, you're cute, like, you know, but there wasn't be like, oh, your eyes are brown, you know, like, swipe left, whatever.
I, on the other hand, had a very specific type. Julia doesn't meet any of those, like, little boxes. I don't know. She's beautiful and she's the love of my life. And I went on my first date with her knowing that she didn't fit any of those boxes that I had. And I came out, like, the first message that I sent to my best friend, which is Cleo, she was in a previous video, if you want to see that in the San Francisco vlogs, I had messaged her and I was like, she just has this, like, different kind of beauty that I never expected to find attractive. And also, on our first date, I literally pulled out, like, a sweaty $20 bill and handed it to the parking meter guy and was like, sorry, that's really sweaty. And he took it like this and went, thanks. Like, it was pretty gross, whatever. But she laughed and she didn't, like, kick me out right then and there, so.
I hate that people say, like, I have only a certain type of a person I date.
I'll only date blondes. I'll only date someone shorter.
I think it's first of all, like, almost discriminating to women. Like, not to attack anyone, but I feel like the beauty of a person isn't in their hair color.
Yeah, the beauty of a person is in their relationship.
It's like, we have friends right now who still do that. Even
Absolutely.
after I've said that.
All of our friends.
Every single one of them.
Will only date a certain type of person. Look, even if you don't think, like, you're like, I could never find myself attracted to this person, try it out. Like, if they want to go on a date, go on a date. And it doesn't matter. Yeah, like, this whole thing, like, stop taking yourself so seriously. So those are all of our tips on how to use a dating app.
Disclaimer, we're not like professional anything. This just came from personal experience.
We have a successful relationship based off a dating app, and I don't know many people who do. So
some people do, and they might have a completely different story, and it's very valid. You're valid. If you're watching this and if you're angry, erase your angry comment.
If you have other tips too, you can leave them in the comments. Help people out. Like, ultimately, everybody's here for love, right? So
you just want to find a person to like get old with. I don't know. Maybe people aren't cheesy anymore. Maybe most of the people who are watching are into like hookups. Both of us never
culture
were.
is huge. So, but we were very traditional. Both of us wanted like a steady relationship.
Traditional. In a lesbian sense.
As traditional as a lesbian can be.
Right. Like,
as a millennial lesbian could be. Oh, also be very careful about who you're talking to on the internet, because catfishing is real and we don't want you guys to get hurt or die.
Be responsible. Be kind.
Be responsible. Be safe.
Yes.
Please be safe. Let your friends know where you're going. I'm throwing out some crime junkie tips here.
Right.
Like, let's not get you killed at the same time.
So, this was our 6th tip about starting a conversation and / getting into a relationship from a dating app.
Okay, guys, so if you stayed till the end of this video, thank you so much. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe and hit that bell. If you have any other questions about dating apps or anything, you can leave them in the comments. Maybe we'll do another video if we get enough questions.
Follow us on Instagram. I try to make it artsy. I try to update our stories, so if you guys are into it, go check us out.
Like I said, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell, go follow our Instagram, and we'll see you guys next time.
Okay, bye.